Peace, Islam. It's Brother Brion Edwell, Africa Bay. I'm just here to break y'all off a little bit of information about what's going on in the stars and stuff like that and how it's affecting us. The main thing you gotta really want to know and study is basically Uranus and Saturn. Um, I'm gonna break down basically three planets: Uranus, Saturn, and Neptune, and how they influencing these people to act over in Moscow, Russia, Iraq, and a couple other places over in the east. All right. It's important that it's understood that in like 1844, in like Seventh Day Adventist culture, you have to really do a lot of research. I don't really have the title of the authors of the books right offhand, but basically in 1844, it was thought that Jesus was gonna make his return. In 1844, based on according to the Moorish science and some of the Clock of Destiny books, 1844 is like or 1845 is looked like one of the years in which this the white Jesus was came up with. It kind of makes sense, especially since you got Seventh Day Adventist culture sitting here saying that, hey, you know what, it's the return of Jesus. I'm of the mind to think that esoterically it means that the actual they creating a new Jesus for their new order, a new social order, because in 1844, 1845, Uranus was coming out of Pisces into Aries, and being that that is the case, it's kind of like Aries sits right over in that little eastern area. It's it's three in the east, so it sits in that little area in the east, right over Asia and then some of Europe and stuff like that. So you're gonna find that when Uranus is sitting over them areas respectively, those people are gonna be trying to institute a new change, a new social change and stuff like that. Now, in the process of them trying to influence this new social change, they know, I mean, they may not know, like, be able to explain it, but for the most part, the universe knows their actions show it, but they're also being disciplined through Saturn. Now, Saturn is where we're gonna get our discipline and the retribution and the things that we're supposed to deserve. Okay, well, right now Saturn's sitting in Scorpio. Scorpio deals with legacies and death. So basically, the thing that could be interpreted from this is that based on Saturn's position and Uranus's position, the people operating off of that Saturn energy are actually going to get their retribution through death, and at the same time they're being fueled through their legacy. Basically, they know what they have traditionally been through. They understand what tradition means and what it means to stick to certain things. So they're using that energy to be able to move themselves to actually overthrow whatever order that they are not impressed with. And that Saturn being where it's at is more than likely it's gonna bring that to them. All the other nations in themselves have to actually submit to this, because if not, then it's gonna put them out of order, and in a sense you're gonna have a whole the whole United Nations in a sense, and all the other countries backing them they'll be out of balance. So they gotta respect these people's position based on how they operate. Now, the other aspect, the other planet that I was speaking on was Neptune. Neptune is, in a sense, it governs our imaginations, the new ideas and things like that. And right now, Neptune is sitting in, I believe is Pisces. So Neptune sitting in Pisces is essentially letting you know that it's going to be some new ideas that's going to come through, and it's going to come through through knowledge, a strong sense of knowledge, like not just having a sense of knowing some things, but basically these people are going to be they're really going to be ready to perfect what they're doing and complete this process through their knowledge. and Neptune being again that imagination. So their knowledge coupled with their imagination is going to allow them to see through these events that they're going through in these areas that's under Aries. Especially over in Iraq. It's pretty much obvious that the people who are I guess what you would call instituting this social change, trying to overthrow the current administration or whoever it is that was set up there, they are more likely than not going to succeed at this, and it's simply because everything's in line with them. The same thing with the people over in Moscow. The individuals who are actually instituting these social changes and trying to knock their former regimes out or reinstitute a new order, they are backed by the universe. So as long as they don't stop, then essentially the universe has no choice but to make the rest of the nations stop and hear them out. And then again, that goes back to Scorpio. That legacy is what's going to push them. The legacy, the fact that they fight us. You know what I'm saying? That traditionally humans have always been some fighters and always looking to recorrect what's going on as a problem in their lives. So I'm saying that, they backed by Saturn, they backed by Uranus, and I wish them brothers the most, just the most illustrious of blessings. And I'm hoping that regardless of how much blood is shed, that the lesson gets learned and that everybody is able to play their part in this whole thing. We're not looking at who's right or wrong in this. We're basically looking at who has nature on their side that will allow them to succeed in whatever their goal is, whatever they want to see under the next new dawn. I'm hoping that these people that are instituting these new social changes are actually successful. And I'm doing this again based on my connection and my submission to the actual Zodiac and to the sciences above. Peace be unto you, brothers.